President Obama shaking up and maybe even scaring Israel. What did the president do? Well, he sides with the Palestinians. He says give them a state based on borders before the 1967 Middle East War. Israel's prime minister doesn't like this one bit. And guess what? He's in Washington tomorrow to meet with President Obama. Joining us is Dick Morris, former advisor to President Clinton and author of the book Revolt. Dick, Prime Minister Netanyahu sure doesn't like this idea. Is President Obama, is he throwing him under the bus?
Well, he's throwing the whole state of Israel under the bus. This really amounts to the United States changing the policy that Harry Truman went with in 1947 of supporting Israel. Asking Israel to return to the 1967 borders is like asking a sumo wrestler to go on a diet. You're going to shrink the waistline of Israel to 12 miles. In other words, the same distance as Manhattan is long. 12 miles. You could walk it in a day.
What is it? Let me ask you this. What is it now?
And that means within so now it's about 50 or 60 because they control the whole West Bank, or 80. This would literally create a situation where one offensive could cut the country completely in half, and it brings every major Israeli city within not just rocket fire, but mortar range.
Well, the policy of the United States has been for some time two states, Palestinian and Israeli. This is a departure, saying going back to the 1967 borders.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's not just the two states. It's two states is fine. That's been the implied, if not the overt, policy of the United States. But the two states obviously would be Israel with secure borders and the Palestinians with secure borders. But to ask Israel to return to the 1967 border is literally to ask it to commit suicide. Either you believe that the Palestinians will drop all their arms, love Israel, stop wanting to take it over, and be peace-loving, and in which case Israel could live with a 12-mile width, or you believe that you're throwing Israel literally under the bus. This is the most dramatic departure of an American president from support of Israel since in 1956 Dwight Eisenhower opposed Israel during the Suez War. Israel can't exist in the modern era of mobile rocket warfare with a 12-mile waist.
So
the United States couldn't even come close to that.
What do you think provoked this? What, his thinking on this?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, this is sort of the ultimate statement, the ultimate step, this 12-mile border. I think the other thing, Greta, is that it ignores two fundamental realities. One is that the Palestinian Authority doesn't even profess to want to end the war with Israel. Hamas is now part of them, and their goal is war to destroy Israel. It's in their constitution in Hamas. And secondly, the revolutions of the last 4 months of the Middle East make clear that the dominant priority of the average person in the street in Tunisia and Libya and Egypt and Yemen and Bahrain is not that the Palestinian refugees have a homeland, but that their own lives get better and they get out from under the despotism of their regimes. And to say that we have to solve the Arab-Israeli conflict, especially by emasculating and destroying Israel, as a prerequisite to Mideast peace, ignores that reality.
Now, let me ask a collateral issue that is of less importance than the security of any nation or of our allies or anything, but the collateral issue, and that's the political impact here in the United States. And, we have an enormous population here in this country, especially in Florida where you are, who have spent an awful lot of time thinking about Israel. What does this do to him politically?
Well, it's a question of the values of each pro-Israeli voter, whether they're Jewish or not. If the maintenance of the security of the State of Israel is an important factor in your life, you have no business supporting Barack Obama. It's that simple. Until now, Obama has pressured Israel on settlements, pressured them into negotiations, and those have all been within the range, kind of the pro-Palestinian range, but within the range of acceptable past U.S. policy. But now he has literally embraced the language of the Palestinians.